Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin and this possible economic loop involving Elon Musk. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my videos come out as well as when I do live streams. My next live will be Monday afternoon, so make sure you're subscribed. You got your notifications on so you know when the live comes, because you can join in and you can ask questions. I answer everybody's questions. I like to have a good dialogue with everybody in the chat as well. So join in on there. But right now we're looking at Dogecoin in this ever decreasing size of this symmetrical triangle since February 5th. That was the low, the 8-cent low for this bear market cycle. Will Dogecoin be retesting that? A lot of people want to know that. We've had these vertical rises in the price of Dogecoin through February and through most of March, but the end of March and so far, this first week of April, everything's just kind of squeezing tight. Volume is down. Sentiment is low because there's this uncertainty about what's going on with the U.S. and Iran, and it's just a mess. It's a mess. And so sentiment is low, and there's really not the appetite for any big runs right now in crypto. Although we do have Algorand, and Algorand is one that did go on a run over the past few days and is actually holding up pretty well up at this higher price. We had VeChain yesterday go on a little run, but that seems to be fading, and VeChain probably going to settle all the way back down to where it was. Bitcoin did break below the upward sloping channel as I predicted, as it did before the last channel, and broke down. Is this the beginning of a bigger breakdown or not? We will be watching that. We will be watching that as what happens as this bear market continues. CryptoJack, he says Bitcoin is in an ascending triangle, but he's actually adjusted the triangle down a bit so that he's not showing the breakdown below the channel, but he adjusted his channel to show that Bitcoin's still in. So hey, you do your technical analysis however you do it. If you need to change your lines to fit your narrative, you go right ahead. Overall, when we're looking at the length of time for these sideways boxes for Bitcoin, it looks like we could be about 10 days away from a big move following the 69 days of the last so-called distribution range, of which there was a sweep of the shorts that happened. Again, we had the sweep of the shorts here up at the top, swept the shorts again, and then break down, and we swept the shorts again here about a little over a week ago. Could this be setting up for the next move down? Interesting. Interesting. What's happening with Bitcoin? Jack Dorsey announced a new Bitcoin Faucet website, btc.day, that goes live on April 6th via block. The original, there was a faucet back in 2010. It gave away 5 Bitcoins to every site visitor promoting education, trying to expand the knowledge of what Bitcoin was. And all you had to do was solve a CAPTCHA. Today, those 5 Bitcoins would be about $350,000 each. I'm guessing you're not going to be getting 5 Bitcoin each this time, but here's what that website looks like right now. btc.day. It's now 1 day, 23 hours until the faucet opens up. So that's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday. So we're going to check that out. And during the live as well on Monday, because it's going to be Bitcoin Day. So I'm guessing they're going to be giving away Bitcoin all day. So during the live stream on Monday, we will check that out. And maybe that's when I will do my faucet claiming of however much Bitcoin is. So we'll be doing that on Monday. Right now, you can click this little box in the lower right-hand corner called Lore, and you'll see on Reddit someone had posted what that website looked like back in 2010 to get your free Bitcoins. To get free Bitcoins. This guy was just giving out Bitcoins because Bitcoins are only worth like $1. Or not even back then. There really wasn't a price. There was no exchange. There was no way to to actually buy and sell Bitcoin unless you found someone and you did it in person, because there was no exchanges back then. And all of these Bitcoins were just, they were all these guys mining Bitcoin, and they were just getting all this Bitcoin back then. Who knew what Bitcoin would become? But now Bitcoin is a store of value. And everyone realizes that no one's using their Bitcoin to buy things. Not really. I mean, BTC Isla, he's trying to promote Bitcoin as a means of exchange, but nobody's doing it. And maybe that's what Jack Dorsey's trying to do right now. So that's what leads us to Dogecoin. And that's where we want to look at what this is, this economic loop. And how can Dogecoin be part of it? Think about what Elon is doing. If Elon Musk goes across his company, it could spark a massive economic loop. Tesla, buy cars and energy products in Doge. And of course, robots as well, because Tesla is going to be a robotic company. It's actually a technology company now. But you know Optimus is coming. So that's Tesla. SpaceX paid for launches. Someone already did. So we know that Dogecoin has been used for Doge 1 project, Doge 3, 4 in Doge. How about Starlink services? Starlink services paid for in Doge. Global internet in Doge. How about X, tipping, payments, the creator economy, Neuralink, future health tech payments, the Boring Company, transit, seafood, you're already in Las Vegas. You can use your Dogecoin to buy rides through the Boring Company. A closed-loop system of spending, earning, and circulating Dogecoin across multiple industries with real utility plus constant demand. That's how you build a trillion-dollar ecosystem. Dogecoin could be the center of all of this. Now, will that actually happen? Many have doubts. But with Elon, you never know. You never know what's going on with it. I think for X and X money starting, in order for the safety and security, I think it was easier for them to partner with Visa. And maybe some others influenced Elon into doing that. And Visa, you know, is not going to be like going full bore with Dogecoin. They're going to play it safe. They start with fiat. As they introduce digital currencies, which we've seen in the code, that option is being built into it. Is it going to be stable coins? I think it'll be easier to do Dogecoin, though. One Doge equals one Doge. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. You expand X money into other nations. You don't have to worry about exchange rates between different currencies and all of that. It's just price of gold. That would be ideal. Is that going to get there? I don't know. But again, Dogecoin trades a lot on possibilities. A bit on hype. And there was certainly a lot of hype in 2021. We saw it again in 2022 when Elon bought Twitter. There was hype there. Dogecoin more than doubled in price. It came back down. We were in a bear market then. We're in a bear market now. And we've already seen how Dogecoin trades. And we'll be watching. We'll be watching. Stop this background noise there on that. It's exciting times for Dogecoin. The reason Doge survives every bear market isn't because of the tech, it's because of the brand. Dogecoin is the most recognized cryptocurrency name on earth. Well, maybe Bitcoin, but recognized more than other alts after Bitcoin. More than Solana, more than Cardano, more than Polkadot. You can't buy that kind of mind share. You can't airdrop it. You can't market campaign it into existence. 13 years of organic cultural momentum. That's Doge. And I think that's what actually has been holding Dogecoin up here during this time. Dogecoin is actually holding very well. If we look at the last 3 months, and we look how others have traded, I mean, look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is starting to come back down, and we look at Dogecoin versus Bitcoin, we actually see Doge has steadily been grinding up versus Bitcoin over the past month. So, and we look at this Doge BTC trading pair just to watch how Dogecoin is doing against Bitcoin. And it has been going up for the past month. So, and we look at some of these others like Cardano is actually continuing to go lower and lower and lower over the past 2 months. And we see that with Solana as well. Solana is going down, but Doge has been holding up. Now, a lot of this could be anticipation of X money public launch later this month. We think that's when that's going to be. And so there's some anticipation with Doge. We look at Dogecoin versus Total 3, and we look back to 2021 when Dogecoin, of course, rocketed, huge gains. We see when Elon bought Twitter there, the bottom of the bear market 2022 goes on a big run and then grinds back down. We saw early 2024 a move up when sort of that meme coin, all the memes were running there, and it ground back down. And we see the end of 2024, the Elon and Department of Government Efficiency, Doge went up to 24 cents. So Doge, of course, outpaced Total 3, and it's slowly been grinding back down again. So is this setting up for the next big move of Dogecoin? That's what we're watching now. That's how Dogecoin trades. Does that make it a great means of transactional currency? Not the best with the volatility, but I would think over time that would eventually kind of smooth out the more and more it's being used as a transactional currency. We know it has Elon's attention. That's what we're watching. This economic loop could happen, and Dogecoin could be an acceptable transactional currency in every aspect of Elon's businesses. That's the possibility that Dogecoin has. And I think Dogecoin is holding up fairly well throughout this bear market now. Yes, it's down big from before, but so is everything else. And many, many coins and tokens much worse than Dogecoin. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this economic loop possibility for Doge? Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.